Kamaru Usman explains why he believes Alex Pereira is pound for pound #1 in the UFC.
UFC 307 took place last night, 307. And what a fantastic performance for the pound for pound king.
Oh, really? Oh, you're calling him a pound for pound king now? Come on.
I said it, Henry. I said it.
Really?
I can. You know what, Henry? I have to admit when, and this is part of being a man, you have to admit when you feel like you've made an error. And in the revelation lately, what I've come to is I realize I've been judging Alex Pereira based on what I would be judged on. There's a lot more men that walk around on this earth close to about 170 to 185 pounds than the men that walk around at 230, 205 pounds, 205 to 230 pounds. And based on what we do at welterweight, yes, being able to grapple, being able to shoot takedowns, take guys down, hold guys down, and implement the ground and pound and grappling. Based on all of that, I've been judging Alex Pereira on that. But that's not Alex Pereira. And I guess I have to tip my hat off to DC, because DC did say this early on, a while back. Alex Pereira, I believe right now, is the pound for pound king. I believe so. And I'm not even, you could say what you want, Henry, but I think he is the pound for pound king because of the way he's able to fight. Not the way he's able to fight, but the way he's able to make his opponents fight and the way he's able to dispose of his opponents. I love Islam and his abilities. I think Islam, of course, has more tools in the shed, but for what you have to work with, Alex Pereira, I believe, is a pound for pound.
Anderson Silva praises Khalil Roundtree Jr. following his UFC 307 performance. Silva took to his Instagram and wrote, "I could say countless things about this incredible battle between these two giants. In my opinion, the perfect world would not be seeing my brother and my friend fighting, but on the other hand, that's how the sport is. Alex, you were impeccable, on an incredible rise. Congratulations, my friend. As for my little brother Khalil, I'm so proud of you, my brother. Thank you so much for being part of my life. Those who know your story know who you truly are. You are a giant. You walk away from this battle as a winner because you showed that fighting at a high level is not for just anyone. Congratulations to both of you. May God bless you both. Khalil, don't forget that only a few like us have the courage to fight the good fight. Strength and honor, today and always." According to MMA manager Ali Abdelaziz, Conor McGregor has turned down a fight with Justin Gaethje on at least 5 different occasions.
A man that never ducks anyone is Justin Gaethje. I want to find out from you, what are we looking for Justin Gaethje next? Because the division is pretty exciting. A lot of people are saying this Poirier fight, the guys meet each other one more time, but you got Dan Hooker in the division. You got Conor McGregor looking for a fight. Ideally, what do you think would make sense for a legend like Justin Gaethje next?
Let's be real. Conor McGregor will never. He got offered this fight at least 5 times.
Really? 5?
At least five. He never wanted to have to do anything with Justin Gaethje. He said the reason he want to fight Justin because Justin talked bad to him on Twitter and Instagram before, and the history we have with him. He didn't want to lose to our team, I guess.
When was this, Ali?
Through the last 5-6 years, we got offered Justin Gaethje so many times. Never once. This man, even the UFC told me this, hey, leave him alone. Don't talk with him. He doesn't like to fight people who talk bad to him on the internet. I promise you. He liked the one to start the talk and you retaliate. Why do you think Chandler being so nice to him? Why? Yeah. Why? Because he was being told not to talk bad to Conor. Conor has to start talking bad and he talk bad back. You know, he's a weak mental midget. He's soft like a marshmallow, and he's no good son of a bitch. This is what he is.
Sean Strickland believes that boxing leads to more brain damage than MMA. Someone who has both taken and given a lot of damage over the years is Sean Strickland. As we know, the former middleweight king is pretty outspoken in his views, and unsurprisingly, he wasn't willing to hold back when discussing this matter on social media. Sean Strickland wrote on Twitter, "Boxers and MMA fighters always argue which sport takes more brain damage, LOL. Two autistic people competing to be less autistic. LOL. But as a man who trains at a high level in both boxing, takes way more brain damage. UFC Hall of Famer Wanderlei Silva reveals he's experiencing CTE symptoms in his latest declaration in the Lee vs. Zuffa lawsuit. With several fighters suing the UFC, Wanderlei Silva is among them, and he claims he needs the money due to him experiencing CTE symptoms. Silva said, "While fighting for the UFC, I suffered many significant injuries, including concussions. I fear that during my career, I've suffered traumatic brain injury, and I'm noticing symptoms common with TBI and CTE, including depression, mood swings, and irritability. To date, no treatment for CTE has been found. I suffer from sleep apnea and have difficulty sleeping and breathing. That I can recall, I have had 4 surgeries on my nose, 1 on my face, 2 on my left knee, 1 on my right knee, and 1 on my elbow." If the fighters are able to win the lawsuit against the UFC, Silva says that the money would be life-changing for him. The UFC Hall of Famer claims it would be able to make sure he has a roof over his head and food on the table. Silva says, "This would truly be life-changing money for me and for other members of the class. These funds would allow me to obtain the health care I need and keep a roof over my head and food on my table. The sad reality is that funds years from now may be of no use to me. I can use and enjoy these funds with my family now." If you're unfamiliar with the Lee vs. UFC lawsuit, I made a video on this a couple weeks ago. I'll put down in the description below. Take a look at that video and let us know what you think about this situation. Michael Bisping and Anthony Smith debate whether or not Alex Pereira is the current pound-for-pound king.
Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway is a tweet that went viral on Sunday. I wanted to get you guys' take on this. Alex Pereira is being touted as possibly greater in the greatest of all time rankings than one Khabib Nurmagomedov, at least according to some of these. I'm going to call them newer fans of the sport. I wanted to get you guys' take on it.
Well, look, listen, I mean, that is just a subjective conversation. He sent us the tweet yesterday. I mean, what do you say? Yeah, okay, he's been very active. He's been very successful. He's stopping a lot of great people. He's defended the belt 3 times, just like Khabib had. But Khabib never lost. It's debatable whether or not he ever lost a round. Right. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's the greatest of all time, but there is immediate arguments that
Tyson
you can point out.
Fight?
Say again?
That Tyson Glebow.
Yeah, well, no, that's the one that people talk about, say that maybe he lost. But
that's one guy that maybe gave him a little bit of a push. And then I can only recall one other time where I thought maybe he actually lost a round, and that was Al Quinta. That he took like the day of the fight.
Yeah. See, that again, no, that's not a good look. I'm not talking shit about Al Quinta. He's the man. Right, and if I was buying a house in New York, I'd buy the fucking Quinta all day long, buddy. He's the man I love that. But he jumped off the couch. He was selling a house in Long Island. He got a phone call.
On the card.
I know, I'm joking.
Oh, I was like, he was on the card. But they also switched it like the day before, or like the day of the morning of the fight, and that was 1 round. Wasn't
there like 3 opponents that week for Khabib?
Yeah, well.
Was it Max Holloway for a second as well?
It was supposed to be Max. Well, it was initially supposed to be someone else. Then Max Holloway took a short notice.
That's when Ferguson tripped over.
Yeah, it was Ferguson, and then Max Holloway jumped in, and then he got sick or had some medical emergency while he was cutting weight. And then Al Quinta was on the card. It was actually going to be Paul Felder. Fun fact, but Paul Felder weighed in at 156 pounds.
Was that the one where I saved the day on Max Holloway's health? I think I did, because we were doing an interview on Fox. What was it? UFC Tonight.
I remember the interview, and he was like,
I'm talking to Max, and he's like, oh. And like halfway through the interview, I'm just like, are you okay, Max? Is everything all right? Because you don't sound yourself. And he took a good crack in sparring, and then I think decided to pull out of the fight. So I'm not taking credit for Max Holloway's resurgence and beating Justin Gaethje, but if I never said that, he wouldn't be fighting for the title next month in Abu Dhabi or in a few weeks.
That's fair. That's you.
It's fair. It's fair.
You saved his life, probably.
The nation of Hawaii, the pride.
You saved the entire state.
I saved the tourism industry of Hawaii. I was there recently. Give us a non-MMA, Harrington. Hold on, let me have a look at them first. What were you going to say?
Well, I was just going to, before we got off the Pereira thing, I think this is interesting. Khabib Nurmagomedov, how many former champions did he beat in his entire run?
Former champions. Okay, so Dustin Poirier was an interim champ. He was
That
an
doesn't
interim
count.
champ.
We're not going to count that. I'll count that.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was an interim champ.
Justin Gaethje,
Conor McGregor was a champ.
Conor McGregor. So that's
Justin
3.
Gaethje was not a champ in the
He
UFC.
was an interim.
He was interim.
Was he really?
Yeah.
God damn. CTE
So that would,
kicking in.
if you count the interims, that's 3 former champions for Khabib Nurmagomedov in his run. Alex Pereira already has 5 under his belt.
So what are you subconsciously saying?
Yeah. What are you trying to make us? What are you trying to make us say?
I'm just
Because
saying,
we've got a large following in Dagestan, and they're going to shit the bed when they hear this, Harry.
And they have YouTube.
okay, yeah, I don't know what the
They just
YouTube
got it last
situation
week.
is for the. I don't know if the tribes in Brazil have gotten it yet. So yeah, we should probably steer to the side of Khabib for sure.
The
fine.
tribes in Brazil. Now the Brazilians are going to hate us.
Whoa, geez,
That's fine. They don't like me anyways.
Okay.
No, but you and Pereira, you're all lovey-dovey these days.
Yeah, we actually been having a lot of fun. He's actually
come
he's
on,
a
man.
very nice guy. He's sweet.
He doesn't say a lot.
He does though. It's just like he's shy in front of cameras. Behind the scenes, he's actually very he's funny and playful, and I've been saying this same shit for a long time, and now people are starting to believe me a little bit.
On paper, he's a very funny guy.
Listen, first of all,
Whoa, your words.
on paper, he's a great man.
Exactly, on paper.
On paper.
Bisping and Smith also discuss Israel Adesanya getting text messages from Diddy himself.
Courtesy
Speaking
of
of
the
Diddy,
BYM.
Israel Adesanya had a close running with Diddy.
Did he?
Did he? I see what you did there. Harrington, I never saw this. He was on the Rogan podcast. What did he say?
So he said that he went to, I believe, the place called Tootsie's after his victory over Alex Pereira in Miami. He went out to a place. The bartender or somebody said, "Hey, Diddy was in here last night watching your fight, going crazy. He's a big fan." Izzy says he checked his DMs. In there was a message from Diddy saying, "Hey man, loved your fight. You're a superstar. Would love to get an interview or something with you." And they started a back and forth there. He said that at that point, Puffy just went cold, stopped responding to him. But in Izzy's words, it's because God was saving him, from that kind of evil being in his life.
She's like, bring your baby oil, bro. We're going to go crazy.
1,000 bottles of baby oil.
Big old boys.
That's
Costco
horrific.
Specials.
That's horrific, Mike. What if you're think about this. You're in this Diddy party, right? And you're just hanging out.
Yeah.
You're
No. You're Israel Adesanya, okay?
Well, no, and you're looking for the bathroom.
No, but you're walking in. You've got the French tips, right? You've got the dog collar on. You're a target. I'm sorry, you see. They're fucking coming for you. They're like, bro, get the baby oil. Let's go.
Well, what if you're just in there, you're dancing, and you're like, I got to take a piss, and you're looking for the bathroom, and you take a wrong turn, you open the door, and that's where they store 1,000 bottles of baby oil. I swear to God, I'm shooting my way out of there. I don't care. I'm leaving, and I'm shooting everyone on my way out. You're not stopping me.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man. 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
It's a very serious matter, okay?
Did you see where Diddy tried to blame it on Costco or something? We're like, well, these places sell it in bulk. And Costco came out. They said, nah, bitch, we don't even sell baby oil.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
I saw the lawyer
They're
say
like,
it was
no
buying
way.
in bulk. Oh, so they should have done their homework on that one.
Yeah.
And Costco came out and said, no,
I think Costco came out and were like, no, we don't even sell baby
we don't
oil.
even sell baby oil.
And that does it all for today's video, but make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell notification so you can get notified every time we release a new video. And in case you missed it, check out yesterday's news.